download for February 4th, 2022. Now in January, Shopify shipped some awesome updates. I'm gonna go over all of them now with you. So if you remember when Shopify's Sections Everywhere shipped, it was only available in Metafields for products and for variants. But in January, Shopify shipped the 3 newest updates to that, which include orders, collections, and customers. This is an awesome update. It gives us much more flexibility when we're talking about customizing themes and items inside of Shopify. The ones that are still yet to come, and haven't even actually gotten confirmation that they're coming, but I imagine they would be, are Metafields for pages as well as Metafields for blog posts. Those are the 2 pieces inside of Shopify that could really use this additional update. All right, the next thing that happened in January is there were 3 new free themes added to the Shopify theme store. The 3 themes are the Sense theme, the Craft theme, and the Crave theme. I brought them up here so that you guys can have them. So if we are on Theme Store, we have the Sense theme, which is designed specifically for the beauty industry and the beauty niche. It has nice, bold products, a lot of focus on energizing theme featuring extensive product detail layout. Then we have the Craft theme. Now the Craft theme is more for your craftsmanship type stores. So it's a refined theme that celebrates craftsmanship. And finally, we have the Crave theme. And you guessed it, this one is an eye-catching theme optimized for shopping on the go or for food industry. With that theme, Dawn also had some updates that were released. Now keep in mind, Dawn is a developer preview and you really shouldn't be using it in a production environment. You should just be testing it out to try out new designs and how the Metafields work. But they added a couple of updates to it. So they've added a new extensive suite of global theme styling that lets you customize the global theme, so the whole thing. Lets you customize the global theme elements like buttons, cards to define an overall look and feel for your store. Shopify is pushing the Dawn theme to become a good boilerplate theme, and I agree with that. I think it's a great idea. There's a new slideshow section that lets you display content in slideshow format. I've never been a big fan of slideshows. I think that they can be used properly when done on a product page, but they shouldn't be used as a banner image at the top of a page. It's too much time to load, and it distracts the user. Pick an image, pick a value statement, and drive it home. There's a new collapsible content section that allows you to have your composed collapsible rows. This is ideal for a frequently asked questions page or add a section with secondary information to your product. So, you want to be able to add details, maybe shipping instructions, you want to add frequently asked questions. It's a nice little accordion that has been added to the theme. It's a content section, so it can be added in as a block. There's some new color themes. There's new top and bottom padding sections. So if you want to increase the padding between sections that you place on a theme, you can go and do that. And they've now added app support, app block support. So you can add blocks, you can add apps in blocks onto your theme right inside of the Dawn theme. They removed a couple things. One, they removed the craft preset. So if you were used to using the craft preset on Dawn, that is no longer available. They recommend that you actually download the craft theme that they recently released in conjunction with these changes. And they made one change to the overall framework of the theme, which is updating the width of it from 1000 pixels to 1600 pixels. So for those bigger monitors. Great. The next piece that they updated in January is they gave you more control over your inventory. Let's go over and have a look. So with inventory, they've added the ability to see reasons. So if you go to products, you go to inventory. Actually, you know what you can do is you can straight into a product and you can come down to their inventory value. And if you hit the manage here, you'll see that there's a new reasons section in here, which has some predefined drop downs in it. So it allows you to run reports later on down the road of why things were adjusted. So you can start to see how much is going to breakage, how much is going to returns, and so on and so forth. So that's a new update that they've shipped for the dashboard. As you developers might know, there's a new update for the custom app experience. Shopify used to offer private apps as well as custom apps. They have now combined both of those items into custom apps. So it will no longer be called private apps. There's nothing you need to do on your side. It is going to be referred to as custom apps from here on in. All right, a couple minor UI changes inside of Shopify. There is a change to the locations, managing locations. Let me show you what that looks like. So if you are on the dashboard and you go to settings, and then you go to shipping and delivery, you will see that they have updated the card so that instead of having a manage button, it's just a straight up card. So if you click on the card, it'll then allow you to go in and update it. This cleans up the design slightly and makes it a little easier for the users to see what needs to happen. They've also added the badge, which says doesn't offer delivery. So if your location doesn't offer delivery, then it will add it as a badge in there. So you can easily see if it offers pickup or delivery. Good news for Denmark and Belgium, you guys are now getting Shopify Payments. So if you're not aware, Shopify Payments is actually a product. It's not just a payment provider. A lot of people think it's just a payment provider, but they offer a bunch of extra services inside Shopify Payments. And a lot of the features that are available in Shopify only work with Shopify Payments. So now, Belgium and Denmark, you now have access to using Shopify Payments. Quick update for the countries outside of Canada that are going to be selling in Canada. If you don't have a physical address inside of Canada, it can be a little bit tricky to figure out what kind of taxes you need to collect and at which point you kick over to needing to connect taxes. And as a merchant, you can be liable for taxes that need to be collected, and ignorance is not an excuse. So Shopify has built a nice wizard and a help page to help guide you through this process. I'm going to leave a link down in the doobly-doo that you can go and learn more about that. But they put together a great blog post on how all of the taxes work for both Canada and the United States. All right, finally moving into some Shopify Plus news. So Shopify Plus, this is for people who are on the enterprise package, has some new updates to Shopify Flow. Now Shopify Flow has gotten a new facelift and it's gotten a couple new features. It's improved the way that it interacts with the API, giving you access to virtually everything that is available in the API. So you can now flex Shopify Flow to do all sorts of integrations. Now, one of the other things that it does do is they've added the ability to run flows without having a trigger. Now, every flow requires a trigger to be set up. This is just the way it works. It's a reactive system. So a new order comes in, that's set as the trigger, the flow will go and do its piece. But now Shopify has added the ability so that you can select a order or a page or something that's inside of your flow, and you can go and run it from the actions menu. No trigger required. This will also take into account previous things that have been triggered. So if something had failed before and you want to rerun it again, it gives you the ability to do that. All right, that's it for the second edition of the developer download. If you have any questions or anything that I may have missed, maybe I missed one of these updates, let me know. Drop it in the comments down below and I'll make sure that I add it to my hit list. So when I'm going over the updates, we make sure that we include everything. All right, that's it for me. Don't forget to be kind, be helpful, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock at night. I'm out in the rain. I am going to walk down to the ocean and scream the intro to my video that you just watched. Because the original one that I recorded was like a play off of the Dumb and Dumber. We landed on the moon because I've been using a lot of Lego and building the Saturn V. And I thought that it would be funny. But then I thought, Metafields are funnier.